Hello and welcome to another Etch Play video. My name is Adam Burt and I'm joined by Ben Gammon. Say hello, Ben.
Hello, Ben. Oh, you did that thing.
Yeah, you did that thing, you sneaky. Dad jokes aplenty on this week's video. This is Vermintide II. As you can see, straight into it, fighting a spawn of chaos. This is an online multiplayer, I don't know what you'd call it, I guess, and it's like an adventure where you mostly use melee weapons, although you'll see I'm using a gun here because I don't want to get near this guy. And it's set in the fantasy world of Warhammer. So if you like painting figurines, you probably already know what this is. It's actually, tell you what it's like. It's like Left 4 Dead. You ever play Left 4 Dead?
No.
So Left 4 Dead is like 4-player multiplayer missions, and this has the same kind of structure as that. So you team up with people online. Here I'm teamed up with a bunch of people on the internet. You can see their names on the left-hand side. And you're kind of attacked by waves of enemies usually, and this is just this intro here is just one big enemy. But you'll see we're about to start tackling some bigger waves of enemies as we get towards the end of this mission.
He was a good-looking fellow, that first one.
All the different people you can play as have different kind of weapons and abilities, and I'm going to show you actually this mission with 2 different abilities. So this is, I think I'm playing as the Witch Hunter here, who's got a kind of a sword focus, which is why I've got my sweet sword out with a skull on it. And we're going to try and disrupt this magic ritual, which, you know, I don't know what's going on here in the story, to be honest. I know there's lots of rat men. The rat men attack you all the time. There's wizards. Warhammer fans in the chat, feel free to criticise me for my lack of Warhammer knowledge, but I just like slashing and beating things up. That's like some sort of magic Gatling gun that guy's got down there.
So yeah, there's a lot of blood.
Yeah.
I watched the trailer for this, and some of the kills in it were brutal. Yeah,
you definitely get some brutal abilities. In fact, later in the video I'll switch back to the hammer, and you can see like these guys, their heads just pop when you hit them with the hammer. The sword's kind of a faster weapon. Oh, nice little stab. You can really kind of just cut up large groups of people with the sword, just swinging it constantly, which is very fun. Are you a fantasy fan? Do you like... You're not a Warhammer fan, are you? But do you like Lord of the Rings? Do you like Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah, big fan of Lord of the Rings. Don't really play Dungeons and Dragons, but...
This game is probably the best example in a while of like that kind of Lord of the Rings feeling. You know, like a Helm's Deep or like a battle in the third one where there's just loads of people and you're like, I've just got to kill all these people.
Yeah.
You definitely get some, it's not in the video actually, but there's some missions actually like on like castle walls where there's just things coming up over the walls and stuff, which very reminiscent of that kind of vibe, which I really enjoyed.
Yeah, I played Shadow of Mordor, and
yeah,
some of those where you'd accidentally walk into like a patrol or just go into like a keep or something like that, and just end up having to fight 50 or 60.
Yeah.
Like orcs or whatever. It was hectic. That dwarf in the middle who's fighting in the liquid, it's like waist height for him. So hope he doesn't trip up, or he might go under.
So what you get at the end of every mission as well is this kind of escape. We have to get to the Bridge of Shadows, which is this portal, and that's always a lot of fun because you basically have to make a run for it, and usually you get attacked by things on the way. Although I think we're going to be okay here. This one's pretty close. So let's see that again, but with the hammer. It's the exact same mission, but I've switched to the dwarf. So now I will be the one standing at waist height in the water. Some medical supplies and bombs. You kind of find stuff around. You find ammo for weapons and things as well.
I want to see lots of heads pop.
Oh, you're going to see some heads pop.
You've hyped it up.
Welcome to head popping in Vermintide II. This game's available on Game Pass, which is what we're playing on here. It's actually running on Xbox Series X. Yeah, runs good. You get lots of enemies on screen.
Quiet, Adam. Too quiet.
It is too quiet. There they come.
Oof, nice.
There you go. There's a head pop.
Oof.
So this is my game where I'm like, you know, if you just like you had a really stressful day, and you're like, I just want to beat the crap out of an army full of ratmen. This is the game for you. We should get an Etch play group going in this. We should do some like 4-player Etch play. Fantasy adventures. I reckon we could get Joe on board for this. He would like that.
Who would be the dwarf?
Probably Benjoy.
What? Why? What's the thinking?
He's got a big beard.
I was basing the decision on height, but I completely forgot that feature.
So you can see, you've got a brief glimpse of her there, like the different classes. Like one of them's like an enchantress, so she has like magic basically, like has like a fire staff. So you definitely get a good weapon variety, and you get all the sorts of classic multiplayer stuff where you unlock loot crates for completing missions, and they contain new weapons, upgrades for weapons. You can make yourself pretty powerful. And there is a story. Like I say, I don't really understand the story. Whenever I jump into it, it tells me roughly what I'm doing. It's like, you're going to disrupt this magic ritual, or you're going to go and blow up this castle, or you're going to go and, you know, kill a troll. Do like a good shotgun as well. So Fat Shark, the developers of this game, they're actually working on a game for the Xbox Series X and PC called Darktide, which is similar to this, but rather than fantasy, it's sci-fi inspired. Oh, this rat's got my friend in a noose. It's bashing. So I'm excited to see that, because I think, yeah, like taking this and applying it to like a science fiction universe could be really exciting.
Yeah, definitely.
Kind of the Warhammer 40k vibes, I think. Okay, so here's an escape to the Bridge of Shadows. You can see how this goes. Oh, somebody's down. I'm going to do the heroic thing. I'm going to go back and save them, because that's just
they did all that fight and they fell off the ledge.
It's the kind of nice guy that I am. You know, I could have just left them, but I'm coming back to save them. The real message of this video, besides head popping, is that Adam Burt is a hero.
Adam Medal of Honor Burt. Like,
shoot that guy.
I like how fit these warriors are. Like,
oh yeah, they just constantly
throwing that hammer around like
they never get
like
tired.
10 minutes, never out of breath.
This is the Bridge of Shadows, so the mission ends when everyone steps inside it, basically. But we couldn't resist setting these guys on fire one last time.
Oh, so you wouldn't have been able to complete it with that person?
I think
down
it does
anyway.
time out eventually. So it's like, I think you'd be able to leave them behind. But yeah, mission complete. This is Vermintide II. Thanks for joining me, Ben.
Thanks for having me.
We'll see you on a future video. Bye.
Bye.